Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Just wanted to talk to you about uh, being a part of a group, being a part of a team, trying to achieve goals as being a part of a group or being a part of a team. I'm here to tell you that I believe that each person on the team has to be able to recognize what their role is on the team based on the talents and strengths that they bring. Each person who recognizes their strengths and beliefs, their strengths and talents and things that they bring to the table, when they recognize and they're true with themselves, we are true with ourselves about what we bring to the table, and we are realistic with our about our own abilities, and then we accept that and we perform in that what our strengths are. We become a greater part of the team because then we're not trying to be something that we were not designed to be. Let me give you a great example of this. Um, in the 1990s, the Dallas Cowboys won three Super Bowls. Okay, they had a really good run from around like 92 to like 95. They had a really good run. Actually, they were good all the way, they were good for 5 or 6 years. And two of the main reasons why they were great is because I'm going to mention two players. Again, they both played in the backfield. We had a fullback named the Dallas Cowboys had a fullback named Darryl Johnston. Some people call him Moose. That's what he was known as. It's number 48. Okay, and they had a tailback named Emmitt Smith. Okay, he wore number 22. Okay, they ran what was called the I formation. The I formation it just simply tells you it's a formation. It's a way the backfield is going to line up, and they call it I because it's kind of shaped like a straight line. Okay, and Darryl Johnston would be here in front, and Emmitt Smith would be right behind him. Okay, like 2 or 3 yards behind him, or maybe a little bit more. Okay, so that they always line up in that, or sometimes they move Darryl from side to side, but they started off here. That was their base formation. It's called the I formation. And just let me give you an example. So Darryl played that fullback spot. Emmitt played the tailback spot. Okay, the line of scrimmage is up here in front of them, so they're like back here like this. Okay, so Darryl, the fullback position is a very physical position. Okay, in their offense, the main job that he was going to do was he was going to lead Emmitt. He was going to lead Emmitt through the hole. Okay, a hole is like a gap on the offensive line or that they can go through and get yards after they hand the ball off to Emmitt Smith. Okay, the fullback in their offense rarely carried the ball, but it required like a big, physical, tough guy that was willing to basically sacrifice his body to lead Emmitt Smith through the hole. The majority of the time, Darryl Johnston, Moose, was lead blocking on linebackers. It was him and the linebacker that met in the hole, and pow, off of that, Emmitt Smith would break either way. So there would be a linebacker that come through the hole, Darryl would meet the linebacker in the hole, and Emmitt would break either way off of that. His block was key in that offense. Now, Darryl, I believe he weighed at least between 225 pounds and 250 pounds, somewhere around there. Okay, big physical, tough guy. Really good straight ahead, good athlete, but not really that quick of a player. His strength was doing exactly what he did, lead blocking. Okay, Emmitt Smith was a smaller player. Okay, he was strong though and compact, and he was muscular. He was probably maybe 200 pounds, 205. Okay, his thing was he had great vision, great quickness, great durability, great toughness. He had good speed. Okay, and the I formation was perfect. He was a great tailback. He could carry the ball 30, 35 times a game. Okay, now, they both knew their role. Because if they had switched and put Emmitt in front and Darryl in the back, if they put Emmitt at fullback and Darryl at tailback, it wouldn't have worked. Because first of all, Emmitt would not have been, he wasn't, his physical stature wasn't that he could take on those linebackers, lead those linebackers through the hole every play. Okay, he wasn't really built for that. That wasn't what he was built for. Okay, and Darryl, he really wouldn't have the quickness to get through the hole, or necessarily the vision to see where he needs to cut to. And so those two guys realized what their role was on the team. And the position that Darryl played, that Moose Johnston played, wasn't a glorious position. He just did that all game. Every once in a while, they throw him a pass. Every once in a while, they hand him a ball. He was doing like the dirty work. But in terms of his role on the team, he was super important, even though he wasn't really getting a lot of limelight. His position was really important. Emmitt Smith ended up having the all-time rushing record. Emmitt was perfect for the tailback spot. Okay, he knew how to run those plays. He had the quickness. He had the durability. He had the vision. He had the cutback ability. He had the ability to get through the hole. Emmitt realized what his role was. His role was getting the limelight. His role was carrying the ball. His role was scoring the touchdowns. But both of those two realized what their role was on the team. And because they realized what their role was, and they weren't trying to be somebody else, because let's say Darryl would have been upset and like, I'm tired of blocking, I should be running the ball. That wouldn't have been successful. So I believe that this is the approach we have to take when we're dealing with teams ourselves and groups ourselves. We got to realize what our role is, realize what our talents can allow us to do, realize what our strengths are, and bring that to the table along. And if everybody else on the team does that, and we put it all together, and you do what you do, and this person does what they do to the best of their ability, that's when a team will be successful. Darryl Moose Johnston might have scored 1 or 2 touchdowns every year. Emmitt was scoring 25. But in the end, they were both successful. Both all pros. They did their job. They knew their role. I'm telling you that in life, in a group, in a team, if you realize your role, you realize what type of talents you have, what type of strengths you bring to the table, and you just perfect and do your part to the best of your ability, 100%, 120%, your group or team will have a better chance of being successful. Peace.